Okay guys, there's a danger lurking in the darkness and we are going to slay it. Recently, while strolling our property, we noticed a dead tree that needs to come down because it's becoming a safety issue. I don't like dead trees on our property, so we're going to be cutting it. Not this huge one, this one right here behind it. You see this skinny pine? It's just a stick that goes straight up. It's dead. Well, that was not eventful. Huh. Well, now I've ended up with probably a more risky problem than I started with. It was a good cut, but didn't have a good spot to drop it. So guys, that was a perfect drop. You have to admit it. Got hung up in the trees, but look at it. Good. You know, slowly I have to redeem myself because you guys know that the excavator and trees aren't my friends. So let me tell you a story about this big tree behind us here. This tree is Mondo. That's what Evie calls it. And Mondo is one of our favorite trees on this property because it's so old and so huge. We can't even explain to you how big this is. It's like, I don't know, my arms don't even get a third of the way around it, basically. So it's pretty monstrous. Now 1 year, maybe 2 years ago, I don't remember, but we actually saw that we had a wild hive of honeybees in this tree. There's a hole up here right behind that arm in the side of the tree, and there were honeybees flying in and out of it, and we were pretty excited. That was so cool to watch them going around, getting the flowers, coming back, true honeybees, creating a hive inside Mondo. But then one day, out of nowhere, it was a beautiful day, like, was it summertime? It was warm out, it was like summer, normal, everything was normal. And we were outside in the yard by our house and we look down and we start seeing honeybees all over the ground. Crawling, twitching, dying, all over the ground. I mean, the whole side yard was honeybees dying. And our nest died after that. Something attacked our nest. We did our research and you know, some people say there could be infestations, mites, or things that get in to kill the hive, but this was highly unusual. It looked like a chemical attack because there was very few bees around the hive. They weren't dying at the hive. They died away from the hive, over the yard. I don't know what killed them. I don't know why. I don't know how. It wasn't anything we did. We don't spray any chemicals. And it doesn't make sense to me that they all died. The whole hive died in one day, instantly. And they were all crawling like they couldn't fly and twitching and dying. We were just watching them die and there was nothing we could do to stop it. So that was really sad. A little bit discouraging because if we wanted to have bees here, we don't know what killed them. Is one of our neighbors spraying something? I don't know. I don't know what happened. But it would make me hesitant to have bees, knowing that might happen here. And it's still a mystery to this day, but we never looked in to see the hive. So I'm going to climb up on this arm if I can, and I'm going to take a peek in and see what's left of the old honeybee hive. Okay, here's the hole that they used to fly in and out of. Oh, it's deep. Would you dare reach your arm inside that hole? It really goes in. We're at our 1984 investment property today, fixing up this old mobile home, getting close to the end of this project. Since we just got the water finished up underneath, we could finally close up and do the skirting. That's the next big project. That's what we're going to be taking you along for. Today is prep work, so I'm going to take you along because we have a little bit of work to do before we can start the skirting. And I just want to do this step by step and make our lives easier. So the first thing I want to do is make sure all the plumbing is hung and strapped up properly, because when we were doing the underbelly insulation, we had to take some straps off. So let's climb down there, get some pipes put up. So you can see right here, for example, was a strap we took off.
Never, ever, ever let it all
Good thing I took those limbo courses.
Yeah. And ballet. Right?
Yep. I have one more strap right here I have to put back up. And actually maybe I'll slide it down and put it further along. They don't need to be this close together. Now just a few more along here. We'll be done with strapping. Not too bad, just has to get done. Alright guys, this next step is one that I don't think anybody does, but we're going to do it because we want extra protection. We're going to be putting flashing tape on our rim joist all the way around the home, because the mobile home skirting has a tendency to leak. And if water gets in behind here, it's going to rot out the house. So let's flash it all. I'm trying out a new flashing tape that I've never used before, frog tape. I'm looking forward to it. I'm always looking for a good flashing tape. This is going to be tricky, I think. So bear with me. Hold
There's a film on it.
Yeah. Keep it on there. That's good. I'm glad they have that. See, we got it. Come down so it's below the insulation. There. Yeah, there's like little staples and things coming out of the wood. Okay, waterproof corner. Corners are the worst part, so that's good. And look, it brings it right down past the insulation. I'm hoping now that we got the corner started, it'll be easier to run down the side. And that means if any of these screws on the bottom leak, if anything in the skirting leaks, it has extra protection. I'm not going to worry about this bottom flap. Let's just work it all the way down. Bill, look at this. That's not good.
Yeah.
Like, we want it to be clean and sticky.
Sure.
Yeah, let me just do a little more. Hey guys, I got a new knife. Check this out. You know, I had a DeWalt knife that I used for a long time, but it was silver, and every time I put it on the ground, we couldn't find it. So, picked up an orange knife. Now I can find it when I set it down.
We need to find colorful pens too.
Yeah, we're always losing pens.
They're always gray and black and they just get lost in the grass.
So far, we just started, but I'm liking this new flashing tape. I've used a lot of flashing tape and a lot of it at the store. It just doesn't stick good, especially in cooler weather. It's horrible. This stuff is super sticky. And I actually like that it has a split backing. Some of them are just paper backing and they're a pain to get off.
Yeah, especially when the paper keeps ripping.
See that?
That comes off clean.
I like it. Well guys, we just finished up the front. So one full side done. It went okay, right?
Pretty much.
So we're gonna keep going. Not too exciting. Nothing to show you guys. Same process all the way around. We're gonna get it all flashed up and then we'll see if we have time for one more step, right? Mm-hmm. We just finished up the flashing all the way around the house. We're going home, and when we have more daylight, we will come back and continue on the prep work. I'm continuing the prep work this time. This is our final chance to make sure all the piers are set exactly as we want, because after the skirting is on, you don't really want to be messing around with the home. So I've been wanting to lift up some places. We have some loose piers that we have to shim in. So I'm going to try to lift the end of the home here just a tiny bit. We don't want to mess up any of the work we did inside. But I just need a little bit of height on these end piers.
Whoa.
And the key is to just make sure you keep your fingers out from between the metal and the concrete.
Ideally.
Probably wouldn't be able to get that's tight. Oh, this actually feels tight. It just looks not right. You might be surprised to see so many of our piers not touching. They're loose like this. And we actually had this home professionally leveled, but even they couldn't do it because the home is like this. The end of the house sticks up and they couldn't even pull it down. They tried. So since the home has a curve in the frame, the end of it here floats above the piers. So we had left them loose, hoping that over time, with the weight on it, with the construction that we've done, that it would settle down a little bit. But it's time to tap them in and just leave the banana the way it is. Now we just did some more prep work behind the scenes, tidying up the siding, getting all the screws back in around this bottom edge to make it clean looking. And now comes the hard part. We have to smooth out the ground a little bit because the skirting has to come down to the ground somewhat level to make our job easier. So we're gonna work our way around the home, making sure that it's pretty consistently flat. We're gonna get any bumps, roots, problems out of the way. Just dig it down. A lot of digging, a lot of dirt work. I don't know if I'm up for it, but we're gonna try it and get it done as much as we can today. Well guys, I've been struggling around this mobile home, like halfway done. It's taken a lot longer than I expected because there's so many giant roots and it's just so hard to get everything out of the way. Well guys, we're calling it quits for today. I'll tell you what, this is turning into a bigger job than we want. This is kind of like a project I've been avoiding, is getting the skirting done. I had to do work under the home, but it's a hassle. If I had my excavator here and I could dig out these roots and get everything nice, that would make a difference. But when you're working just with your hands, it's rough. We've spent hours here today working. We have nothing really to show for it. Like, it's just a lot of manual labor that isn't even fun to watch. We did get the screws on. We did get the house leveled up a little better.
Did the flashing tape yesterday.
Yeah. Prep work, guys. It's all prep work.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because we know, like, we're going through so much work and it's just an old single wide. It's really not that valuable. It's valuable, but not like, you know, when you're putting your heart into something and you're not getting a whole lot out of it, it's hard and sometimes demotivating.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're ruining your body, you're ruining your hands, I'm ruining my back. Trying to do this great skirting job for what? In the end, for what?
Yeah. Will anybody even care? Probably not.
Nobody would care. You know, I could have just notched the skirting around those roots and called it a day, and I'm sitting here, I'm just thinking, what am I doing? I don't know. I have this thing where I'm debating between doing a good job and is it even worth doing at all?
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes we've already put more into this home than it is worth.
Nobody else would have done this.
It's a fact. And
if anybody else bought this home, they would have had it hauled out of here.
yes,
It was trashed.
it probably would have been more profitable to haul it out and put a new home here and sell it.
Probably.
Probably more profitable. But we have refined some skills. We've learned a lot of things. We've shared a lot of projects with you guys. Hopefully entertained you guys. Hopefully inspired you guys. A lot of this was for that purpose, was so that we could share something cool with you guys. And we've put so much of ourselves into it. And I'm sorry it's taken so long. I know it's been 2 years, right?
Almost 3.
3 years? Guys, it's hard because the money isn't always there.
Plus, we're
And
working on our main home.
we're working on projects at home. But we just don't have the time and money always to dump into this. You guys think it's quick and easy because you see other channels, boom, 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 pumping them out. They have a greater income than we do. And I'm not complaining about our income. I'm just saying we have to take things a little slower. And that's not as popular on YouTube, I guess. People don't like that. So it's a bit of a struggle. But we're just working, you know, at the pace that we can afford to. Not even. I mean, we go in debt.
Yeah.
Doing this, we're in debt. We're always in debt. So we're working faster than we can work, and it's still slow. We're 2 people. We're just simple people, DIYers, working in a budget, trying to get it done, and it's almost there. And but sometimes you got to take breaks. You can't push yourself, because when you have all that, like, if you wear yourself out and you're in debt and you're worn out and you're killing yourself to get something done,
it's not a good mix.
it just doesn't matter. It's not worth it. So we're gonna call it quits, and next time we'll try to get back to it and start the actual skirting. So we did prep work. Are we ready to begin?
I think so.
So it should be smooth sailing. Start installing the skirt. Thanks for watching, supporting us, and coming along on this journey. Mobile home's almost done, and then we'll see what else we can start. And next time the project probably will be less painful and tedious. Something a little easier, a little smaller.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.
Bye.